But there we go. There we go. There we go. Did it start? I think it did. Yes, it did. Oh shit. But yes, like I was saying, I just and I get what you're saying. There was more men than women back in the day, and that didn't cause that either. But I don't know. I don't know what women who are left out are supposed to do. If there's a lot of, especially when it comes to black men.
They got computers. I mean, it's things of this nature.
I feel like what people don't understand is black men are gonna have no choice but to take on multiple women. They're not gonna have a choice. They're gonna have to, in order for survival of the fittest. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to put an intro in just a moment. And I had a blunt and a whole blunt, but it's a piece of a blunt. And I got wine here. And I was gonna change my shirt. Fuck it. No, I want to be cute. I want to be cute. Oh, let me just play the intro. Oh, I'm fucking up my house over here, but I'm all good. Okay. We're about to start this shit off right now. Let's rock.
We are the Smile 69 Network with the sexy producer and lead host, Vanessa Smiles. The girl, Miss Beauty Doll, is here and all about that business. And you know who I am. It's your girl, Presenda.
Hey, Queen.
Hey.
And I was like, oh my God, yes.
Smiles 69 Network is on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Also, find us on Facebook.com/Smiles69 Network.
Vanessa smiles so live, it's true. Personal is shining through. So fine, Smile 69.
Check these fine ladies out on the Smile 69 Network. They get it in.
You've tuned into Smile 69 Network.
Oh my God. Chocolate, I'm going to put you on right now. Chocolate, please. Hey, beautiful. Oh, yeah. I like to see it full screen. It looks pretty. I need you to inform our audience of who you are and what you do. Please.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Sexual Chocolate. I am an adult film star. If you guys haven't followed me, you guys can follow me on Instagram at The Sexual Chocolate. You guys can follow me on Twitter at One Sexual Chocolate without the E at the end of chocolate. You guys, I also have my own website. That way you guys can check out my work that I do. It's sexual1chocolate.com. And yeah, so I just I go.
What type of videos do you what type of videos would you say that you specialize in? Like, what's your specialty? Like, my thing was blowjob videos when I was doing videos.
Yeah, so my specialty is I like to do gangbangs.
Oh yay! Me too.
My favorite. I originally started out thinking I was able to just get by doing all blowjob scenes and shit like that. And like, no, you got to be fucking.
I thought that too. Yo, I'll tell you one thing. Let me put myself on camera for a quick second because I'll have to say this. I did the very, very first scene that I did was a blowjob scene with a condom. Yes, a condom blowjob scene. And I could the person was so upset. They're just like, no, we can't have that. We can't have that. I'm like, no, let's do this. People do this all the time. And now looking back, seeing how porn evolves and how there's so much things going on with porn, it's kind of crazy. Like, I went from doing that to the gangbangs and to doing everything else, truth be told. But honestly, I feel like no matter what you do, if people like to watch you and people enjoy you, that's just what it's going to be, irregardless, and I feel like a lot of times now, like even with my kind of blowjob suit, surprisingly, people did enjoy it. I was like, all right, let's do this shit. But yes, absolutely. Let me get this. Oh my God. And Beauty, what's going on, beautiful?
I didn't know I was on mute. My bad.
I was trying to set it up. I am reporting live, not
No,
from my
I'm not being
Beauty. You're breaking up, hun. I don't know what
nothing.
happened,
I'm
but
like,
it's
okay,
breaking
these
up.
wenches just gonna ignore me. I'm just gonna play solitaire.
No, ignore what we need you. Ignore what we need you, yo. No, I had to actually put on something
No.
decent
I
instead of
don't
the
have no
t-shirt that I had
service.
on. No lipstick, right? What
I
happened?
have bad service. I couldn't find my internet code, so I'm using my
So you
phone.
move it. So you move out here. You moving away from people is what you're saying. It's because you got bad service. Because usually when people get
No,
bad
bitch,
service, they in the
I
country.
moved.
They
No,
leaving. They leaving
I
people.
moved. No, I moved already. I am in Florida, honey. I'm gone.
That's
Georgia
ed.
deuces.
That's
Not a
ed.
resident. I'm not a resident of Georgia anymore. Okay.
That's
I'm not a
moved as an
Georgian. I'm
ed.
from Florida. Look, I'm from Florida now. Okay.
See, that's that bullshit. You know, I used to live in Florida too, but anytime somebody gets into Florida, they feel like a Floridian. I don't know why. Like, I feel that way. Like, when Lil Duval puts his videos on his page, like, thing, I be like, it's bad because I know the songs. That's exactly what these niggas was playing. Like, all of that
But
shit.
I
Oh my God.
love Florida music. I love it to death. It reminds me of Chicago juke music.
Really?
Yeah,
I
the
can kind of
style,
see
the
that.
fastness to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I love it.
Oh my God, I need to put a pillow up so I could get high up on this
Woo-woo.
thing. There we go. We got a couple comments already coming in. Okay. Shout out to Michael Grady on the check-in. Salute to you, Michael Grady. He is out here early. He says, good evening, ladies. Good evening to you, Michael Grady. What's going on? He says, are you guys just doing audio or no video? No, we coming on. We come through. And then he says he's tuned in. Absolutely. And then OGK Network's in the building. He says, y'all lady like being passed around like a hot potato. Oh my God. Is this a question? Is this a question?
No. It is not about gangbangs for women are not about us being passed around. Just like y'all want a whole bunch of titties in y'all face and y'all think it's nice, we like a whole bunch of chocolate penises in our
Thank
face,
you.
and it makes us feel lovely.
Thank you.
Why it always got to be some type of negativeness when a woman embraces her wholeness?
Oh yeah, we covering AJ Johnson today. Cuz you know what, shout out to Chocolate for saying her specialty videos, which is gangbang videos, which she likes to do, and which I have as well. I have gangbang videos that I love and enjoyed, and Beauty does as well. So we all are no stranger to gangbang videos. And when I thought about the idea of being passed around, crazy enough, I didn't even put gangbangs together with that. I didn't even put that together. But now this will probably be a gangbang show.
I thought a train. I more so heard of people being passed around in a train when I was younger. Like they passed her in the train. Yeah, like I've never heard of they gangbang, they passed her around. I never heard that before.
And I just always feel like even in the hood, when it comes to like trains, like that's just so much more degrading. Like that's just so much more. I don't know. It's unstructured. That's why for me, one of the reasons why I got into porn when I did do it is because I was very young. I was very horny, but I wanted a way to express myself sexually and also be able to be in an environment where it can be controlled as well. There's a lot of people who want to try out shit, but there's no set way to do it. I feel like when it comes to making porn, amateur porn, professional porn, whatever you're creating, you create a way to have a organic, structured way of at least having fun. Gangbangs, structured sex. Trains, no structure.
Plus, plus they have to remember when as porn stars, when we do different stuff on camera, we're doing it under our aliases. So don't come to us under our normal names thinking you about to get porn star. No.
No, I don't. But yes, Chocolate, if it's possible, if you could turn your camera horizontally to give us a wide screen, because we want to see all of you. Like turn it like, yes, exactly, and then your screen should automatically adjust itself to a wide portrait mode.
But it's not. So what I gotta do?
Then just leave it then. We'll try. But that's it. We'll do it for next time. Oh, we do have a couple of more comments. Michael Grady says, shit, pass me around.
See what I'm saying?
I think, you know what? But see, this is one of the things I feel like where there's a double standard. My question to both of you ladies, is it possible for men to be passed around? How? You can't pass no nigga around.
When I was in high school, I used to tell my homegirls, like, hell yeah, fuck him, girl. Or like when I was younger, and my homegirls used to come from my cousins used to come from up north to visit me and stuff. And my homeboys, I pass around my homeboys all the time, honey. They like hotcakes.
Do
Yeah.
they know about the passings?
I
Do
would
they
say
know
They're
about it?
not hoes.
Go ahead, Chocolate. I'm sorry.
if it's somebody that is like specifically, I know this girl, like me and this girl's really close. So she specifically like loves to get her pussy ate. So if it's a nigga for
Mm-hmm.
pussy, pass it.
Yeah, he's this is the person right here. We need this. And you know what, you're right, because I'm not gonna lie. And surprisingly enough, people wouldn't think about it this way, but I'll say that there is a couple even porn star niggas who's been passed around, but for different things. I say one thing, Richard Man, shout out to him. We've all had workings with him. Great man, but he's been passed around because of the
Yes,
giant
yeah,
stuff in his pants.
yeah,
If
yeah.
I
His
had to
penis
think
has
about
been
it that
passed.
way.
Yeah, his penis has been passed. His penis has been passed around.
Now, do you think a man could be passed around in a gangbang?
No, but you want to know what's so funny? I have so many male talents asking me to put together a female gangbang, and it's so
I've
fucking
talked
hard
about
to
that too.
do.
I've talked
I'm
about that
still
too.
trying to get one done for my birthday, and
It ain't
it's just really, really hard.
it ain't impossible. We gonna work. We gonna work. We gonna figure some stuff out. But that is something that
But
I've
it's
thought
gonna
about
have
in
to
the
be
past
like
as
at
well.
least like more than because they keep. I'm thinking like 5 people, and they are like thinking like a lot more than 5, and I'm like, well, damn, how we all supposed to? You only got
Because that's
2
what
hands, 1 mouth, 1 dick.
I don't know. Chocolate, do you think that it's possible for a man to be passed around in a gangbang?
You mean a reverse gangbang?
Yeah,
Well, I guess that's what they call it now, right? The reverse gangbang.
yeah,
So that's all girls and then just one guy. Is that what they call it now?
yep,
Absolutely.
I did not know that.
Nothing
yes.
more empowering than teamwork than going to work on a man. 2 women going to work on, and so that's very empowering. So absolutely pass his ass around. Drink down, because
Oh yes.
all of that.
Oh,
I've been waiting for this. We gonna shut all that down, baby. This what you've been asking for. We
Like
gonna
this, what you really wanted. Let us
yeah.
show you real quick.
I do have to say this. I have to.
say, then she gonna know exactly what to do with your ass. So
I am here for the draining. I am definitely here for the draining of niggas. Like I gotta stay on that because truth be told, I feel like if you are in it, like especially if a guy's in a gangbang, he shouldn't leave and be able to still nut after that. Like he should be completely pulverized at
You
that
should be
point.
laid out like the crime scene.
pass them,
Like the little outline.
gonna pass them around like this, like your turn. Give me some. Your turn. So, hold on.
Look, like a blunt. Puff, puff, pass it on down.
But see, with the double blowjob, sis, that's what you have to do. Everybody has to get some. So even like, I guess it extends. But I feel like it's weird because it's like, what if a girl is riding a nigga, right?
Yeah,
Like, what do you push her off to get penis?
face one right in that thing. You
You're
already
right. I forgot about the face.
know. He ain't sparing nothing.
Yeah.
I forgot about the face. Oh my god, we got a couple comments in here. Let's try to get to them. He said her rotation is all like, oh, super producer Logic is talking about that. Shout out to John Logic and friends. He said salute and happy belated V Day to the panel. Yes, salute to you, John Logic, and happy belated V Day to you, and as well to everybody else from the Ranters Union. And Michael Grady has a lot of questions. We're gonna get to them right now too as we going along. Michael Grady says, so do you guys accept the money shot? What do you mean accept? So we would be getting the facial and a reverse gangbang. Dang. So shouldn't he get the money
In a
shot,
reverse
right?
gangbang, he should get the money shot. The woman should not know. It should be just as the same standards as it would be in a regular gangbang.
Y'all
He
know
should
that
do
women
that
don't
too.
come like that. I don't come like that. So how can we make this happen so it's fair? We gotta find
It's
like an
women that
alternative
spread out
here.
like that. It's women. It's where there's a will, there's a way.
Well, you know what? If
Just
it's a
'cause
reverse gangbang and it's a bunch of bitches in the room, somebody got the juices to put on his face. Somebody might come more than the next person. There's gonna be somebody in the room to do it. Oh my god. There's a couple more comments coming in. Shout out to Mr. Jones 169. Mr. Jones says, yes, it is possible to be passed around. We pass blunt cigarettes and our shit. So why not we be passed around? I'm working towards that. I'm working towards that. I did not think about today's show being a gangbang show when I said the idea of being passed around, but here's where we are in the world. Let's go. And he also says, and good evening, queens in the panel. Absolutely. And Mr. Jones 169 says salute to my guy Logic. Yes, salute to Logic. Home of the Renters Union, all over YouTube and everywhere else. So today we're going to be getting into something that I came across on the internet, where the king of Swaziland, this is, some people say it's rumored, some people say it's true, that he has created a 5 wives law for all of the men in Swaziland. And so it's saying that he's denied, they have denied the rumor. That's what I'm learning now. Let's get to this actual clip. But basically what they're saying is he's declaring for all men in Swaziland to marry 5 women or more or be jailed. He's going to provide the house for the men, but it's because of the increasing amount of women that's in the country as compared to the population of males in that country. Let me show you guys what I've been coming across. So this kind of stems from a lot of talks that people have about polygamy, having multiple wives, marrying multiple women. So according to VanguardNDR.com, one of the news said, marry 5 wives or be jailed, Swaziland king orders countrymen. So now they're also saying that he's denying the rumor. It says the king of Swaziland, King Mswati III, has made a declaration in the country that from June 2019, men will be required to marry at least 5 wives or go to jail. And so it says that the government is denying the rumor, but the rumor included that the men that the government would pay for the marriage ceremonies and buy houses for them as well. So I was going to ask you ladies, what do you necessarily think about this story? If this were true, do you think that this would be the right solution for women to have the opportunity to have husbands and to have families? Do you think that this is the right way to go in a country that could possibly have more women than men?
Number one, even though the denying the fact that it's true, I believe it's true. Number two, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but can he, just because the government's buying you housing, you'll have to be able to provide for these women. And then once these women have children, you need to be able to provide for children. So that's really what it boils down to. If you're able to provide for your children and your wives, I have no problem with it. Then that's fine with me, because more wives the merrier, honestly, because every wife is going to have a different skill that they can bring to the family and the children's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Different area.
Yeah, everybody does bring something different. I completely agree with that. What do you think about that, Beauty? This rumor of this solution?
I completely agree with what Chocolate said. Like, what's the fuck is a house, bro? They can find a house. Like, how they gonna pay for the fucking house after you give it to them? Like, that's a little half balance. Something not adding up. The pros and the cons ain't equaling out. Because he does have to. You don't want a whole bunch of women married to men that they aren't happy with, because now it's going to cause resentment that's going to pass down in generations. Now you just gonna have a whole bunch of fucked up ass kids coming down the line, and toxic traits are going to be passed down. So I'm completely with Chocolate on this one. Like, if I'm not against a lot of women, but I just feel like if you can't satisfy them, then and keep everybody happy, it's more than just being able to provide. And then, but I'm not with it, because how he know all these bitches ain't gonna shit out more females? Like, I'm just saying, like, that's fire on him.
And then it's ongoing, right? But see, I feel like, but see, and I agree with both of you in that regards, that, you know what, that if a man is going to take on more than one woman, then he should be supporting anybody he decides to take on. However, I do feel that in the society that we live in today, that Black men, especially, Black men all across the world, we might have to coach men into doing this now, because a lot of men are inexperienced with managing multiple women. There's some guys who think that, oh, I got it, I'm Pip Daddy, or I'm gonna go tell one girl one thing, I'm a lie to the other girl. Some of these men are already living polygamous lifestyles, but they're not truly being responsible and taking care of women. Exactly. So
it's
that my focus. My focus is with that. So you said the government says that they're gonna get them a house. What is it? Just a house for them to fuck in? Like, is there anything more? Is there subsidies for, like WIC payments, or like, I feel like no one ever really looks at this from the female's perspective that's entertaining the idea. They're always seeing it from the men's.
I just got done watching. I think that's funny you're mentioning all of this. I just got done watching a documentary about poly relationships and arranged marriages and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate you just threw me off when you put me on big screen.
Okay.
No, they just threw me out because I wasn't expecting it.
Okay, I was smoking. I'm smoking. I'm smoking.
I know.
Go ahead. But you said. So what was in the documentary?
But basically, in the documentary, it was stating that, damn it, I forgot.
No, we were talking about the women, and my thing I just said. I had said that when they look at polygamy, they look at it more from the man's perspective versus the female that's entertaining it.
Yeah. So
yeah,
basically, the whole topic of the situation was showing the different mind frames, like you said, of the relationship, of the arranged marriages, and of the lifestyle that you had some men who married different women and acted like they were ballers to the families, and come to find out he's a lazy baby making fuck. He's depending on all of these women
to take care of him. And that, let me tell you something. I'm glad you hit the nail on the head with that, because unfortunately, that's a very common thing happening, where men, they rely on different women for different things.
It's not.
And I'm not saying that girls can't do that, but they rely on their baby. They'll say one baby mother's going give me food, one's gonna give me shelter, and all of these women can still probably do all of that for this man. But I just try to figure out, if there's so many women helping this one man, right? What is this one man providing to all of these women at that time?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Dick and sperm. That's it. Dick and sperm. That's all I'm saying.
That's all these niggas is providing, is just dick and sperm. That's
the government is providing the house, and the fucking documentary I watched, none of these men worked, and it was crazy because it wasn't even just in Africa. It was like in India, the arranged marriages, like they was killing. It was like you had to kill or be killed because you wasn't happy in the marriage, but the man didn't want to let the woman go. It was too much.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Chocolate, I see your camera and it's looking good. I think we got the rotation off. Oh, it looked different from when it was down here. Oh well, either way, it's all good. But yes. Nah, don't worry about it. I was looking at it on the smaller screen and it looked like it had changed, but don't worry about it. It is perfectly fine.
I even pressed it.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. We'll figure it out for the next time. It's trial and error. We also have Mr. Jones 169. He says, and good evening, queens in the panel. Good evening to you, Mr. Jones 169. He says, salute to Logic. Absolutely salute to Logic. And Michael Grady is saying, oh my God. He's saying, is anal an option?
I'm good.
To each his own. For some people it is. For some people it's not. Now for me, I don't really like getting my pussy ate. I like getting my ass ate. I know, sounds crazy, but it's the honest to God truth. That's what I prefer.
That sounds good to me.
I'm sorry. I don't know why. It's something that I truly enjoy. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got problems. And John Logic friend says, LOL, you gotta R. Kelly him. Oh my God. We got to R. Kelly the nigga, and while he's being passed around? Like, that's crazy. Oh my God. And Michael Grady says, I'm a Gemini, so I'm done for this for life. And Geologic Friend says, in regards to passing the guy and giving him the money shot, yeah, sometimes we got to. And he said that's a beautiful law. I'm not against that law, because I feel like when men, because do you guys think that when men take on or manage more women that they can acquire responsibility, or do you think that it makes them more immature?
As long as everyone knows what's going on, then he's taking on responsibility, because the fact that if he's hiding the situation, then that's clearly immature. When I'm sure if he talked to these women, if they really dealt with him the way that he feel like they deal with him, I'm sure they all can come to a common ground.
Yeah. And one of the
And
things
if they
that
can't, then bye.
I know that's right. Yeah, sometimes people have to go. People have to go. Where am I at? Let's get back to this. Um, Michael Grady says, "Sexual chocolate. Do you have an IG?" Yes, please give the
Yes, I
people your IG
do.
once again. Mhm.
My IG is the sexual chocolate.
Yes, absolutely. You guys will be able to see it on the banner here as well. I'll put that up for you guys to see. Mr. Jones is laughing, and then he says, "Y'all can." Oh, well, you know what? You never know what can happen, right? So I also wanted to actually this stemmed from something I thought about talking about weeks ago, but it actually makes sense to talk about it now with the idea of us talking about being passed around, right? So AJ Johnson was viral recently for saying that she celebrated her 50th birthday by having a threesome.
I
And
saw that.
a lot of people had a lot of things to say in regards to this, and it kind of got a little crazy. Let me try to get rid of that. But when you
I
guys
thought
heard,
that was fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Beauty.
I thought that was fucking awesome.
Yes. She said it's just something that she never got a chance to do. It was she said it was effortless and so sexy, but not in a sexual way. It was sensual. She recalls the experience with two men. Now, that is the thing that I'm not sure about. I don't know if a threesome or a gangbang can really be sensual to me, because I think that just the dynamic of two men already being there. I don't know. Like, can a gangbang be sensual? Like, can it
Hell
be?
fucking yeah.
It
Hell
it
yes.
Yeah.
absolutely can.
Yes,
It's a
it can.
vibe, it's a vibe that you create, or you go off of the energy of the people that's around you. So if we turning up in this thing, then we turning up. If we gonna keep it sexy and sensual, then that's our vibe. That's the vibe that we own.
Yeah.
But you will be able to read the energy once you guys start the session.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things. How and great point, because people think that when they see gangbang films or they see women in gangbang scenes and shit like that, they think that a lot of things are not put together properly. Like, now I would say this: how long do you think it takes to create the proper energy in the room to have the right gangbang before before penetration happens, before a dick goes inside of any type of pussy? Like, how long do you think it takes from the time the camera turns on up until that point to create a comfortable environment for a gangbang? Because when we're in gangbangs, it's all on us. We're really creating the environment.
Yeah.
Like, on the low, on the
I
low.
would
Like,
say
what do you?
10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
way I'm warmed up. That way everybody is ready to rock and roll. And
yeah.
yeah,
And
we
see, for
gonna get
me,
the party started.
absolutely. And for me, what I think about when it comes to like warming up and shit like that, that's like, yes, like we're sucking dick at this point. Like, we're definitely make sure niggas, y'all got to be filling up on this. Like, we need oil involved. Like, everybody needs to be here. Like, that's probably a decent amount of time, 8 to 10 minutes, to kind of get everybody in that mood, because I don't think that men even realize that perspective for females being in gangbangs, that they're the ones that we have to set this up. Like, we have to make sure everybody's okay. But Beauty, like, how long do you think it would normally take to set the mood in the room? Is that one of your dogs? She has to curse him out. He always shows up and he wants to be a part of everything. It's terrible. It's really, really bad. But in this article from Essence, when they talked about AJ Johnson, they also wanted to mention that she said that she's done only that, two men. She revealed, saying it happened during the 50th birthday trip to St. Bart's. She said they traded off. They were friends and they traded off. It was the best 50th birthday ever. It was never like them together. They were flopping me, and it was like, oh my goodness. It was like doing a salsa with two guys at the same time. Just romantic and sexy and never intertwined, but at the same time, it was too. Oh, wow. Interesting about the intertwining, right? So I have a question with you ladies. Has there ever been a time where you were in a gangbang and you uh made sure you got in
That
between the
sounds like
men
a
so that it
game
didn't intertwine?
package, honey.
Huh? Beauty, I ain't hear you. Beauty.
That's not my business. That's not my job.
You're not getting in between them to stop them?
Can you
Wait,
hear
what?
me?
No, but
I should already be in between them. They start touching. That's not my job.
fair enough. Fair enough. Because I
I
do
don't get
feel
it.
like there's been a lot of times, right? I'll say this is my perspective. There's been a lot of times where I've seen films, right? And I'm like, these niggas is kind of close. Now, everybody has their choice as far as sexual preferences, but usually when men are on a set with a woman, they're usually heterosexual. So, like, there's like for me, when it comes to DP, right? This is my thing. How do you prevent men from intervening with each other during a DP scene or experience?
Wait,
How do you stop that?
I don't believe in DP. I don't believe in DP. I don't believe in double penetration. I don't believe in it. I don't
Beauty,
believe in it.
deep penetration is not a
I'm sorry
religion.
if I offend anybody right now, but
I do not go to the church of
only
deep
thing that's gonna
penetration.
go through. But I'm sorry, but you know how people
That
are.
is not a religion, Beauty.
But you know how people are. So
Yes, this
I'm
is
sorry
true.
if I offend you, but I feel like that's a little,
It's close.
because that is real small. So there's no, you cannot, you're touching. Their dicks are touching.
That I do believe that in
This is
DP the dicks are
there's
touching.
you
Now,
your dick
now
touch.
sexual attraction. Your
I'll play this.
perspective on DP. How can a woman intervene between two men with a DP situation? Like, how can she stop men from, I guess, touching each other or intertwining with each other? Or is, according to Beauty, it's not her job. So is that our job to even do so? Like, what do you think?
To do so, but there are angles a woman could be in to make it more comfortable for the men to be able to double penetrate you. Because honestly, when somebody double penetrating me, they doing me a mother favor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
It's not a terrible thing. I just don't know how it works.
Yeah, so you have to like.
I'm sorry, I want one in the front and one in the back. I don't want two. I don't want two
Well,
back
I'll
there.
say this. Let me tell you this.
I'm
Now,
not
I
that
haven't
grown
had
yet.
double
I don't want that.
penetration in. I have not had double penetration in my vagina, but I've had double penetration like in my mouth. Like I've had now, and I can't remember if I've ever like done this with both of them or not. But I didn't even think about it this way. But that's still like a form of DP. Like that's still like, but at least if you're sucking off two niggas, like you can kind of like,
No, I'm keeping it. Nope. They are not touching. They're not double in my mouth. No, it's 1, 2, 1, 2.
You're not gonna put
2,
two dicks in your mouth at
1,
one time, so you're not gonna do that.
No, it's.
I can't say that I haven't done it. I don't even know if I've done this or not.
It's a little too on the other side for me. That's all I'm gonna be thinking about is what is the little boy off of Boondocks? That's it. That's all.
Oh, Riley. Oh,
That's all I'm be thinking about. I can't.
I do think that there's ways, like you said, that there are certain positions that females can manage. Just like I feel like when it comes to setting the mood in a gangbang, it's like different positions. Now, I have to act. I love the fact that you mentioned position sexual trafficking because I have to ask this: what is the best, not safest, because gangbangs aren't supposed to be safe, but what is the most desired position for you in a gangbang? Like, what is the position that you want to be in the most and the longest during a gangbang? But yes, what happened, Beauty?
So what do you mean? What do you mean? It's not gangbangs aren't safe? Why
No, they're not
they
safe. They're not safe. No, they're not safe. There's you're ganged up on. It's never a safe thing when you're ganged up on. There's more genitals than your genitals.
Love it. I love my gangbang.
Hey, I'm not saying I don't like these things. Hey, we enjoy a good gangbang.
I feel like I
created a
was
section
being
on my
ganged up
website
on.
just for gangbangs.
Yeah,
Huh?
I didn't feel like I was being ganged up on. I felt like, ooh, yeah, bring another one in, bring another one in. Oh yeah.
Oh,
One
like
more
it's
over
like
here.
like adding on to the love. I'm sorry,
What's
Chocolate. What did you have to say?
competitive?
I said I want to be airtight the most because that way I'm really working. Cause like that's when I'm having the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
When
I don't know.
I'm at work, when I'm really like working, and then I'm working multiple people at once, so my mouth is gonna be full, my ass and my pussy gonna be full. That's my favorite.
Wait,
Yes.
don't forget your hands. You gotta get those hands in there somewhere.
That's I have to figure out how to do all that. My mouth, my pussy, and my ass, and the hands at the same. Bitch, I'm gonna be superwoman, bitch.
Okay, so I can do every one of those except for my ass. I can't. I don't know if I probably ball up, so I don't know if I could do the ass with it. But I can do.
But what's your best?
I have done the hands before. You're right. Yeah. Airtight. Yeah.
I be feeling bad though, cause like in the gangbang, like any gangbang that I've had, I've started off strong. Like I got my hands out, ooh, dick, dick in the mouth, dick in the pussy. Like I'm here. We here with it, right? And then all of a sudden, either I'm enjoying it too good, or like I don't know, I'm into it, or a nigga is now he's into it, and now he's taking over. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, there are some selfish niggas in gangbangs. There are these niggas do exist. There will be that nigga who will remove the bitch from the gangbang slowly, because at first it just starts with him. When a nigga start pounding super hard, then now there's no grip. Now I can't hold extra dicks because now I have to like keep my ground. I gotta keep my elbows. Like I need my hands now. I can't use them more.
You gotta use them thigh muscles to hold yourself up.
Well,
without the hands.
Yeah, you gotta work the thighs and your core, bitches. Boy, it's a workout. Then you gotta like lean back on them so he can slow that, raise yourself up slowly.
Oh my god, yo, too much. Oh my god. Now, that is terrible. So my main thing is, I say my position I would choose for gangbangs if I had to choose. Like my all-time favorite position has to be like doggy style. That would be my shit. I feel like doggy style, I'm safe. I got a good stance. I could work some hands and shit like that, but I'll probably have to, make sure I keep my my balance. But Beauty, what's the position that you are relying on in a gangbang?
I'm thinking, and I think that I like laying on my back more. I have more control because I can control the person with my thighs on what I want him to do.
And then like somebody, but you can't control a nigga like shoving a dick down your face though. That might be
Yes, you can. You put your tongue right there, and when he shoves, you push back with your tongue.
What you do? You take your tongue out. You stop him from coming in. That's what you do. You stop it.
Look, that's when you like you move around like.
Oh, so you doing the motherfucking?
You act like you doing with the head.
Damn, who the fuck does that shit? I was gonna say James Brown. That's what you're doing. Need your motherfucking cape around this bitch.
You gotta play with the tip first, and then ease your way in.
You got to. John Logic and Friends says V tried to gloss past the dude being gay. I didn't call anybody gay. Everybody's choices. Everybody's choices.
I was trying to use the proper pronouns, and you just.
You know what? I am ignorant. I do not know the proper pronouns, but I love all people. I will say that. Mrs. Jones 169 says, "Would y'all be interested in cartoon figure as you having sex?"
Okay.
Yes. Because so crazy. I tried to do this. I'm still trying to do this, but Adobe had a program where you can create animations, but and this is my pet peeve. It's not a lot of black female animated characters.
Or the ones that they are in our body type. Like they either like
and they're not fucking other black dicks. If there is a black female character, they're not fucking other black dicks.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, Chocolate? Would you want to have a female a cartoon figure characterized as you?
Absolutely.
And you know what's so crazy? This I would love to do because I would go in. I would go to the depths of the earth. Like this bitch would be doing DP. This bitch would be taking facials. This bitch would be doing like anything imaginable. She gonna be shitted on. She gonna be peed on. What's the other thing? What's the blood? The blood. That's scat. No, that's a shit thing. But
no, she gonna be gaping. What's that thing? They be like gaping, doing all the weird nasty
shit. What's gaping?
You don't know what gaping is?
No.
Those women, like, okay, so basically it is women that like literally can open up their assholes to the point where you can literally look down in there.
Oh, like when we all do that though. Like when we shitting though, no?
I don't
Beauty.
Open my asshole.
Everybody has to open their asshole to shit. Let's
not that wide. Not what they do. They can stick a whole head
So you
in there.
shit? What you shit out of your pussy then?
No, but I don't. My ass don't have to open up to a size of somebody's head or fist. I'm
Well,
not
no,
eating that
that's
much
excessive.
food.
I agree. That's excessive. That's a little excessive. But hey,
These
to each his
niggas are
own.
like this big, like.
Oh my god, that I don't know, but that's something that I would really love to do. You know what? I might make my fucking cartoon be able to do that shit, the gaping shit. I try to make that shit do that. You know
Yeah,
that I
anything
feel like
that I want to do.
I do
You
feel
would
like
do.
cartoons are important because I feel like it entices the imagination, even for me, as I've surfed the internet looking for porn, trying to masturbate or whatever the case may be. There is always that cartoon avatar advertisement right there on the side of every single porn streaming page. It's always up there. And I feel like even though I'm not clicking on that to watch that necessarily all the time, but it sets the mood. I feel like it's the what do they say? Like the bread before the meal. Like I feel like that's what cartoon porn is. It's starting to set that stage. It's in the beginning stages of shit. Like that's how I feel. Like
I would want to do an anime version of me. I already got the character tattooed on me and everything.
Ooh, we gotta get to some people about this, yo.
Yes,
We have
do.
to. We have to. We're gonna work these things out. Mr. Jones 169 says, would you have all 4 holes filled while being a gangbanger? I'll do 3
What's
holes.
4? Hold on. What's 4?
Wait, 1, 2.
1, 2, 3. Where's the
Counting like y'all don't know.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, Quagmire. Hold on. Quagmire said this is shit. Quagmire said this is the 4th hole. Right here.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, I heard that. Nah, I heard your titties all supposed to be.
Y'all started counting. Wait, what?
I really am counting. I'm like shit.
Like y'all didn't know we only got 3.
I thought it was your boobs that was the first hole though. Like, cause you can make that a hole too.
Oh, that can be. Yeah, technically, this could be a hole.
That would be very difficult to be sucking dick in.
Oh my god!
Coordination.
You gotta make it work. You gotta go in to make it work.
So wait,
but,
what
oh my god,
the fuck is the 4th hole, Mr. Jones?
Hey, I just showed you. That's what Quagmire. Shout out to Quagmire for Family Guy, okay? Because Quagmire said that he told Peter. He said, "What did you guys know? You guys don't know about the 4th hole." And Peter's like, "What 4th hole?" Quagmire goes like this. It's this hole right here. It's between the knee meat and the thigh meat. So it's knee meat, thigh meat.
In my knee, no, I'm okay. No,
I feel like the 4th hole could be whatever you want it to be. The 4th hole could be somebody's ear. The 4th hole could be an armpit.
Movie.
The 4th hole could be the knee meat, thigh meat situation.
Your
or
feet?
The 4th hole could be like, outside of the pussy when a nigga's not really fucking, but he close. Like,
but how can that? You can't have sex with? They can't have sex. How the hell both of the dick?
Tragic.
I'm done with
Mr. Jones 169 says, so what would you prefer, riding on a person's face all day or ride the dick all day? Dick. For me. I'm sorry. Dick. Chocolate, what did you prefer? Face all day or dick all day?
Dick.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to. Yeah. I mean, nobody's upset about the face. Nobody's upset about the face, but dick is.
You can go wrong with the face. A woman on top. We can't go wrong with us being on top, no matter what size we're working with. We cannot go wrong with that. But head on top. Oh, the many things that could go wrong. You could slip, you scrape your click against his teeth. Like, it's a lot of damn. Like, that's dangerous. That is dangerous.
That is super, super dangerous. So now I did want to get into us kind of teaching the babies before we get ready to head out. So my question to you ladies is, what is your advice, or what would you say to a female who's about to do her first gangbang scene that she's never done before? What would you tell her? What would be advice that you would have for her?
I would tell her to let everybody know. So I would tell her to let everybody know her do's and her don'ts before they get started, because that's always important. What you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. Because if you don't, and then like say for instance, she doesn't do anal at all. You know what I'm saying? And they just going in there thinking, the guys is going in thinking that, oh, she ready for whatever.
Right.
do something that, can jeopardize everybody in the room. So it's important to let people know what you're into, what you're not into, what are your do's and your don'ts.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. I completely agree with that. Beauty, what is your advice to the young lady who's about to do her first gangbang that she's ever done before?
Pick people that you are comfortable with. My first gangbang was with a group of men that I felt comfortable with, Don Prince, Adonis, Jonathan, Pussy Bandit, like Mr. Dustin. It was with a group of men who I trusted and who, you know, I don't feel like you should just do a lot of scenes. I don't have a problem with just walking on set and meeting the people when I'm, get on set. But as far as gangbangs go, I don't feel like you should just go on set not knowing or doing your research on your partners, because
Mm-hmm.
you might not know that the men that you might like, AJ said, you might like the sensual dudes more than the rough thug dudes during sex, and you might walk into a group of dudes that have no chill. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always good to do your research, because, like Sexual Chocolate said, you can talk about your do's and your don'ts, but I didn't see a lot of gangbangs where the girl specifically said not to do certain shit, and
And the
them
nigga
motherfuckers,
still like, yeah,
yeah, certain
yeah,
shit, and it was like, oh, sorry, it was just so good, and blah blah blah. So yeah, I feel like you should
yeah.
get to know the people. Like the people who I did mine with knew if they did any of my don'ts, it was gonna be camera. You getting your ass with now turned to world star and not a scene. So tell the people be be comfortable and know who you're doing. Be comfortable with who you're doing this gangbang with, because you're putting yourself in their hands.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now, for me, I would just mainly say to the young female who's about to do a gangbang scene, know what your limitations are and be open to exploring something that you might and be enjoying. Sometimes I feel like during gangbangs, sometimes like for me, I didn't understand that I like getting my ass ate. My very, very first gangbang scene, nigga ate my ass, and I was like, oh, and I liked it. I was turned out forever. Now, now I enjoy it on a regular basis. But I agree with both of you guys when you have to choose the right person and the people to be around you so that you're comfortable no matter what happens, like what you said, Beauty, and with also what you said, Chocolate, as far as like knowing your do's and don'ts. So sometimes that's really going to be able to cultivate the experience. I can't even add more or say less, even in regards to that. But my main thing is just like, you never know what you may end up liking sometimes. So sometimes for me, I felt like that because I was open to new experiences just by the idea of even doing a gangbang. That was a new experience for me as well. My very first and Chocolate, I would love to know the details of your first gangbang too in a second, because Beauty got a chance to give it to us, and so we'll do that too. My first gangbang was with Mike Dirty, Turk, and damn it, D Stone. That was this guy's name, D Stone. And yeah, it was pretty fun. It was people I trusted the person who I was with, so I trusted everyone else, and I had already got a chance to see these people's work before even doing this with them. So it was just mainly like three dudes, me in the bedroom, and I was fucking and sucking all of them. And not everybody got a chance to fuck me raw or come in me, but everybody got a chance to enjoy themselves, which is what's mostly important. But I think that, just like y'all said, just having that comfort level really, really sets off the tone. And so even if there's something that you might want to try to experience or a guy might want to introduce you to, and then you're like, oh no, I don't like that. He has the respect enough to pull back or to alter how he moves or to alter how he handles a female in that regard. So that would be my main thing. Oh, we have a couple more. Well, we read that already. And Bucktown Gotti is saying, hey, sexy ladies.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Oh, why is Beauty thing off? There we go.
Hello.
All right. And then we also have Redemption Song 76 says, have you ever had an experience where you had to next level check someone for disrespect on set? Mm, yes. Have you guys ever had an experience where you had to check someone for disrespect on set?
I haven't. Not on set, no.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. And that's a fair experience. Even for me, I didn't necessarily have to check some well, I'll say this. I had to check somebody on set, but we didn't get a chance to even have sex. So, I don't it could still be considered a set cuz it was supposed to happen, but it didn't. I remember there was this hotel called the White
I
House
didn't
Inn.
necessarily
Sorry, go ahead, Beauty. You broke up.
I
Beauty's
think she
breaking up.
froze.
She probably did freeze, but I'm just gonna get into what happened when I did actually have to check somebody. This was at the White House Inn hotel. This is in North Miami in Florida. It's like if you're driving on like the 125th Street Bridge and you're going
yeah.
over into Miami Beach. It's a hotel right over there. And that was a hotel.
I know that hotel.
Yes, I've said a beautiful hotel, very cheap prices, all that kind of stuff. But I had set up a video shoot for that hotel, and this guy that I was working with named Pimpin' Dread, he had someone else that he had because he was doing his own videos too. So he had a guy that is supposed to be some type of Guyanese guy who has showed up to do a scene. This other guy did a scene that he recommended before, which is Hurricane. This guy was great. I was like, "Where's this guy at?" He was like, "Oh, he's working right now, so he can't come." So he told me about the other guy. The other guy got tested, whoop whoop whoop, but it was still, condom sex or whatever. But he still got tested, which is great. So he put everything in place to make sure this guy was here and everything worked. I'll say this: when this guy showed up, he was ready. He took off his pants. His eyes was bloodshot red. Now, when I tell you bloodshot red, like red, not weed red, and his eyes was red, and he just looked a little crazy and deranged to me. And then I remember Dred looked at me. He was like, "You're not gonna do the scene." I was like, "No, that nigga look crazy." He's like, "What you mean you're not gonna do the scene just because of how he looked?" I said, "Absolutely. First of all, this is my production that I'm setting up. So if I decide to not do this and not set this up, I do have the choice to do that anyways." Honestly, for me, I also, like they say, women's intuition. Sometimes these things will save you. Even though this guy technically was good on paper, he had his ID, he had all these things, he had his tests, like he was good, talent test, all that kind of stuff. I didn't like the way he looked, and it didn't make me feel okay. My senses gave me that he was on some type of crazy pills, on some type of crazy something where his eyes looked so red and bugged out to me. I'm sorry. Also, just professionally speaking, what like that doesn't even look good on camera. Not that people can't, not that people are really looking at niggas in videos and shit like that, but his eyes was just super super red, and the guy started yelling. He was like, "Fuck out of here." He called me fat. That was the best thing that he could do. He called me fat, and he ended up leaving the room or whatever the case may be. But that would be the one time that I actually checked him. And I told him, I said, "You need to go and take care of yourself, and you need to go take care of this." Because you can't show up places unkept. You can't show up places undone and expect people to want to do something as close and as like not uncomfortable, but as close and as intimate as have sex with you. You have to be sure that you have all of these things in place to make a female feel comfortable for you to enter inside her. And if I don't feel comfortable, it's not happening. So all of the guys were just disappointed, and it kind of did create a strain on a relationship. But for me, I was never the person to not stop things. Now I don't have to yell and scream and curse people out necessarily, but I will be very clear about what I am gonna do and what I'm not going to do. So that was a situation where I had to check this guy because of how he showed up. Absolutely. But yeah.
Would you say that the situation that happened in Baltimore was me checking somebody on set? Because that was technically
that
my
was not a set. That was not a set.
For those things. That was my event.
Well, my hard drive got stolen in Baltimore as well. I've never seen that hard drive again. But it's yeah. But an experience where you actually experience, just in general, and experience in regards to a set, like a video set.
Yeah.
That a shoot that you were planning to do.
That was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I went against my better judgment and went and shot with a young man in Memphis, and it seemed to me like that was going on, but I was fine because I have family in Memphis. So I was like, yeah, anything go wrong, I'm calling my
Beauty,
brothers. Period. So
okay.
we got to the room. I'm getting ready. We're about to do the scene, and something told me like the way the cameraman was moving. I could just tell he wasn't getting good. It seemed like the cameraman was something. Like something just
Oh, you
wasn't
could.
right.
Oh, yeah, you could tell that the cameraman wasn't actually doing
It
his
was
job.
the worst thing that
Oof.
I've ever seen.
Mm.
Like that. No, it
Beauty,
was
you're
like he
breaking
was
up.
enjoying him, making it easier for him, you know, and trying to help him with the angles and stuff. And I looked, something told me to look behind me, and he had his thing out.
While he had the camera in his hand.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh,
And he ain't even he ain't a part of the scene at all. Like no plans for him to be a part of the scene.
When I tell y'all, I flipped the dude. No, girl, let me tell you, this fool done set up a whole other
Beauty,
camera
I'll say
behind
this.
him with his phone. He was literally
Oh my
recording
god.
like
So he was getting footage
this
on the
with
camera
the
and footage on his phone. He deserves to be checked though.
like.
That
I flipped the dude over. Yes, when
You
I
know
tell
what,
you,
Beauty? I say this. Maybe
I
maybe it's
flipped
best
over
that
so motherfucking
your feed is breaking up because I
fast
know
and
you're saying terribly incriminating things that you did to this man. I already know. You
no,
every
me
it the
never,
God
never.
is God is bleeping this to save you from yourself and us from and that gentleman from you. Because I
Don't
know
nobody know him.
because
The
I
world
could,
know
and I
about
say
him.
this. No, I could say this. I could imagine how furious I would be if I had somebody who's just supposed to be a videographer and you're just supposed to be filming and now your penis is out and you're enjoying this. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Now, granted, I know that there's probably been guys who have been enjoying this probably on the low. Who knows? They got a woody in their pants and we can't see. Yeah. But to have your dick out, like, sir, no, that's so unprofessional. Like, that's like niggas having their dick out at McDonald's as they picking up the fries because they think a bitch is cute. Like, that's crazy.
Exactly. And but the thing that
Super
pissed me
crazy.
off was he was like, "You just a hoe. I'm a hoe, and you a whole creepy pervert, bruh. Who worse?"
So because and that's another, and see, I got a whole other idea about a show about talking about hoes and shit like that because that's a whole other mentality that certain men have, that because a woman may have had a promiscuous past or that she may engage in certain sexual experiences from time to time, that she's for everybody. No. Even some guys, they say she's for the streets, but yeah. So what? Y'all say she's for the street. She likes to fuck whatever. So that means she's supposed to fuck everybody, even including you, if she don't want to. What kind of shit is that? What kind of
no.
shit is that? That's the crazy shit.
So
Let's get into.
in the story, I had already seen where the money was, took the rest of my money, called my brother and told him to come get me. And they were so geeked up that they didn't even realize that I left. I told them I was going to go get ice and dipped.
Yeah. Sometimes it's best to remove yourself. Absolutely. We're gonna get into a couple of more questions, and then we're gonna get ready to head on out of here. John Logic and Friends says V thought he had the hep. I don't know what he had, but I did think he was on crazy drugs. That's what I thought. I just thought he was on crazy drugs. I didn't even get the chance to see anything else. I didn't. Redemption Song 676 is laughing, and she says that V handled it well. I tried to do my best. That's all I can do. Try to do my best. Michael Grady said he had so you inspect the dick before you suck it. Have you ever had the guy with the swamp dick, aka smelly dick? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't suck it. You don't suck it or you don't fuck it. That's my motto. We figure out who you are and we try to navigate our way out of that.
I go get a towel and dowel any damn
Kind of
way. I
nice
don't
because
care.
if I really wanted in this stink, I'm gonna wash you up.
Yeah.
I'm
You
kind
know,
of
but
nice.
you gotta be my nigga to watch.
I'm kind of nice. If I, it just depends on, like you said, it depends on who you are. But if you my nigga, you already know what's up. Ain't no what? No,
That's true.
out.
That's true.
But if it's somebody like if it was somebody else, because I've done this before, I've washed somebody up because they was stinking and I wanted it, so I soap and watered that shit up, cleaned it up, and everything. Like what? Let me wipe it off for you real good.
Now I say this.
Got everything. Stop playing.
Okay, I agree with you on this. Now, if a nigga busts and he busts everywhere. He shoot off like a fireman, and it's a mess. And I want another round. I want more. I will be the first person to clean up. That's absolutely me. Clean up on aisle 6. I will do that all day.
Y'all know I love giving head, and I just feel like I don't care if you took a shower before you came to my house. You still got it was some kind of dirt and sweat. Y'all know how I am about the OCD. So I literally will go get a towel, wash it real good, and wash wherever I'm putting my mouth on before I handle it. I don't care, even if the condom's going on it, because I literally like had a dude come over and he took a shower.
Wow.
But I was giving him head and like the condom looked weird, and I was like, "You still dirty." You like a 3-year-old. I just feel like men just don't know how to wash things.
Not you still dirty. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I make sure I try to get to the areas that when I do wipe a nigga down, I try to get to the areas that niggas like don't want to get to. And I do be testing niggas' manhood. I do. I go all around. I'm going up and down the shit. I'm definitely going over. If there's hair, I'm going over it. I'm cuffing the ball sack, like the entire ball sack with the rag. Like some people, like you can't just wash the fucking the stick. Okay, you gotta get more than just a stick. You gotta get down and
under the head, get the whole head.
And you even gotta try to get that gooch a little bit. Just get it a little bit. Just get like, but underneath the ball sack, just get it like a little bit. And you know, like if he kicks you off, you know you got a lot. You got a lot done. You've cleaned enough, so you kind of did your job that point. You grab him by the ball sack, you do that part, and then you take that rag and you go down with it just a little bit. Beauty, I believe that Beauty is frozen. I'll bring her back in. She should be coming back in a second. But yes, no, I just really didn't even think about it that way, but that is actually not a terrible thing. Michael Gray says, damn, I'm digging this shit. I'm glad you are. He says, Lever 2000. Oh man, Lever 2000. That is jail soap. That is definitely
right.
Oh my god, I'm trying not to give niggas fucking flashbacks. And you know what? And that's a bad thing for me because I always have super fruity fucking soaps and shit like that. So I will like lather a nigga up in some Dove, like some real like, yeah. Sometimes the nigga need it every now and again. Sometimes he does. He really does. I don't know what happened to Beauty, but let's get a nice photo between me and you before we go. I'll take some screenshots of everything else. 1, 2, and right. This is your girl Vanessa Smilez and Chocolate. Can you please let the people know again where they can find you at and all your content?
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram at The Sexual Chocolate, on Twitter at One Sexual Chocolate without the E at the end of chocolate. I have my very own website you guys can subscribe to. It is sexual1chocolate.com. Also, mini vids, Sexual One Chocolate. So I'm all over, you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to something. Follow me.
Absolutely. And Miss Beauty Doll, shout out to her as Miss Beauty Doll, MZBUEATI. Y'all be able to see everything on here. 1 second. And then I'm gonna start to be adding everything else up. Y'all gonna be able to see everything on the channels and all that kind of stuff. It's your girl Vanessa Smilez. We will see y'all back again next week.